All right. What's going on, man? This is Dr. Roddy Ferguson, 2004 Olympic four-time national judo champion, Brazilian black belt, author, speaker, and coach. And I am at Tampa, Florida Judo inside of my dojo. I wanted to shoot a video today to give people an opportunity, especially people all over the world, people on the West Coast, man, of the United States and other places in the United States who don't have right now an opportunity to train with other people. They have limited resources in terms of instruction and opportunities to learn. So I wanted to make sure I provided some information for those individuals and also for the people who follow me on YouTube and on Facebook and other social media outlets. I want to offer you this opportunity up front. You see it on the bottom of the screen. Visit www.newasaexcellence.com. I got some amazing free stuff for you, some great videos, some good videos on how to improve your lasso guard, De La Riva guard, and also some great opportunities to increase and enhance your training on the mat. So a little bit about me, man. I started training jiu-jitsu in 1998. I'm a 4-3 black belt in Brazilian jiu-jitsu right now. And I'm a 6-degree black belt, like a red and white belt. My kids call it candy cane belt in judo. And what I noticed, man, is that as I've gotten older, I've gotten a lot more efficient in my movements, and I understand the complexities in the simple movements. You know, I don't do the upside down guard and, you know, a lot of X guard, and I don't really do a lot of that stuff, man. I remember when I was coming up as a blue belt and a purple belt, man, I was trying to learn any and everything. And then when I got my purple belt, I was just really focusing on refining my game from purple to brown. And then when I got to black belt, I literally started all over again, like I didn't know anything, because I felt like I did not know anything. And now, through what you call the black belt journey, but I just really understand that the beauty of the art is being able to do the simple things really, really well and make them work. I remember when I was, I think in the 7th or 8th grade, took a home economics class. And the one thing they talked about in the class, when we were talking about cooking, we were talking about budgeting, they were talking about be very careful about the twos and the fews. And the twos and the fews will cause you to run yourself out of budget. $2 here, $3 there. Well, the same thing happens in jiu-jitsu. The twos and fews that you don't pay attention to, the creating the pressure, the staying tight, the understanding the micro movements and the micro adjustments, the understanding the importance of doing the deliberate practice and doing the repetitions and not just rolling. Those twos and fews will cost you later on in life, and you won't be able to have the level of proficiency that you need in order to become efficient later. And then what happens is you cannot roll well. I found myself in that position when I became a black belt. I had to go back all the way to the beginning. There was a guy by the name of Dustin Dennis who basically walked me back from a white belt all the way back up to black belt. And I really appreciated him doing that. He really took the time to do it. It was a phenomenal education and understanding the importance of being tight and staying tight. Now, today I want to go over something. I want to go over the armbar with you. I want to go over like 2.5 versions of the armbar, if you will. I'm going to go over the basic armbar that we learned when we first come to jiu-jitsu, first come to judo, from the mount, from what we call the Takeshi Okatame tradition. Now, this is the one we learned from like basic self-defense. I'm on top. I'm hitting the person. The person doesn't want to get hit. They frame away with their arms. They present their arms, and I jump to the shoulders or the ears. I move myself from parallel to perpendicular, and then I finish the armbar. So I'm going to put my right hand in the middle of the dummy's chest. Left hand goes around the dummy's arm. I press down. I take my toes from dead to live. Then I jump forward. And when I jump forward, I move myself down into what we call the S mount or ukitame. I lean forward towards the legs. I swing my leg around, and then I finish. Now, let's go over the complexities of this particular simple movement and where people make huge mistakes when they practice. They make huge mistakes because they create a lot of space. After you've gotten down the rough part of the movement, meaning move myself from parallel to perpendicular and then finish the Jujikatami, the cross body arm lock, let's now work on the reduction of space as we are doing the movement. So hand is in the middle of the chest, other hand goes around the arm, toes go from dead to live, boom. I press down, I jump, I stay low. Now, when I move to this S-mount position, all right, as I lean forward and toward the legs, I don't want to do this and then sit back for the arm. Too much space underneath the leg. What I want to do is I want to bring my knee up on the person on the dummy's face, straighten my leg, and then work on sinking my hips and finish. This reduces the space. In my dojo, we call this the armbar drill. Now, I want to move from the armbar drill and take you to the armbar technique. One of the techniques that I use, and I really like using this particular technique, I use this one gi or no gi, it doesn't matter to me. I'm going to show you what I really like to do when I'm in the gi. And a technique that I learned from a guy by the name of Rob Khan for no gi. I use this one for gi or no gi. I take my hand and I grab the tricep. I grab the tricep and I bring my elbow to my hip. Now, why do I do that? It's because I kind of want to a little bit twist the arm. The reason why I want to twist the arm, I want to take the space out of the shoulder capsule and reduce the space that's actually inside of the shoulder capsule, which you really can't see. So I take the tricep, I twist the arm and I move my elbow to my hip and I stay tight. My hand is on the ground. Now my hand is on the ground so I can base it, and just in case the person is bumping me. My hand is on the ground. My elbow stays glued to my hip. When I slide my knee to the ear, I slide my knee to the ear. When I slide my knee to the ear, I do not want to open up this space here. A lot of people slide the knee to the ear and they open up this space. Once you open up this space, the person's going to get their arm out. The number one rule with the arm bar is to make sure that you control the arm. My right hand goes on the tricep, my elbow goes to the hip, hand is on the ground. I'm going to keep my elbow locked to my hip as my knee goes to the ear. Knee goes to the ear. My back of my hand goes across the face to move the person. I grab the opposite side shoulder. I straighten my leg. Then I hook it. I lean forward toward the legs. Knee comes up, trapping the shoulder on the face. Swing the leg around, no space. Sink the hips, and then I finish. Now, another thing that I see people do a lot when they're doing this armbar, a lot, is they create too much space underneath their leg, or too much space, as we talked about before, when they put the leg over the head. So if there's a lot of space, a person's going to get out. If you're on top, your job is to reduce the space. If you're on bottom, your job is to create space so that you can get out. What I mean bottom, I'm talking about bottom mounted, all right? So, elbow to the hip, hand on the ground, knee to the ear. Now, hand goes across the face. Now, a lot of people have this problem being mobile with their legs, so they come up and they do this. And they create the space underneath. Here's how you stop that from happening. Once I get to this point, I lean my forearm and everything on the face. Once I lean it on the face, I move my leg up. Once I've done that, then I rock my body back. I put all my weight onto the abdomen. And then I hook the leg in. Then I lean forward toward the leg, knee on the face, and then sink my hips. These are flexibility and mobility hacks, okay? Creating a lot of pressure on the face, a lot of pressure on the person, a lot of pressure on the abdomen, so that there's no space. Now, why do we do this hand across the face movement? I'm gonna tell you why. Because it's hard to get the arm. Radi.
Yes.
Can you come in, please, sweetheart? Can you come in, please? Lay down here. This is my daughter, Radi. She's gonna bless us with her presence. Lay down your back, please. So if Roddy has her hands in tight, back up some so you can see. If she has her hands in tight, I can't pull her hand up and get her arm. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna slide my knee to her ear because I want to actually make Roddy, even if she's tight like this, stay tight. If she's on her side, her arm is now presented to me. I can just pull up on her elbow and grab her. So what I do is I slide my knee to the ear. I slide my knee to the ear, and then the hand goes across the face to make her body turn. Now she's literally on her side, and her elbow is presented to me and for me. Thank you so much. Look at this. Thank you. So that's why we use the hand across the face, because you're literally going to turn the person to the side to make their arm present itself, while at the same time reducing space. Elbow to my hip, hand on the ground, knee to the ear, hand across the face, tight lean on the head, move the leg up, lean toward the legs, forward toward the legs, knee on the face, swing around, sink the hips, no space, until the Juji finish. Now, let me show you the version that I really like to use, no gi. Man, Rob Khan taught me this. Really helpful. I do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and I use the principles of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu for submission wrestling, but I do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is done in the gi. Judo is done in the gi. There's no such thing as no gi judo or no gi jiu-jitsu. You are applying the principles of jiu-jitsu in an environment without the gi. Once you take the gi off, you're doing submission wrestling. I don't have any problem having that discussion with anybody. It's not an argument for me. It's just a fact. All right. So it doesn't change the fact that you are a jiu-jitsu practitioner. It's like if you're a police officer and you take off your uniform, you're just a non-uniform police officer. That doesn't change the fact of what you have, what you know, the knowledge that you have. It's just a different environment. Okay. So when I'm in the no-gi environment, this is the one I like to use. I'm in the mount. I like to just secure the head on one side. Secure the head on the other side. I get tight. All right. I stay here with my elbows wide so I can't be bucked to turn. Then I slide my knee to the ear. Slide my knee to the ear. Once I slide my knee to the ear, my hand comes around. My hands are locked. My arm comes around. Leg is straight. Hooks in. While I'm pulling up, I can get the submission from here. On the time, I lean forward toward the legs. I bring my knee up on the face, swing it around. Boom, and then I finish. Once again, small commercial for everybody who's here. Please visit www.newazeexcellence.com. All right, so that is what I use for no gi. I have a 4 o'clock call that I am late for. I want to give you the version that I use for gi. For gi, I use a basic kata juji jime. I grab the lapel, pull up, hand feeds all the way to the neck. All right, it's on the ground. Then I start working myself as if I'm going for the choke. The person's blocking the choke. I'm working the choke. While I'm doing that, I slide my knee to the ear. Same thing. Slide my knee to the ear, and I got the cloth now. I lean on the head, move my leg up, lean back with the cloth like I'm still going for the choke. Hook myself into ukigatame, also known as the S-mount. I lean forward toward the legs. I bring my knee up. Bam. Trapping. Swing my leg around. Keep pulling the cloth, and then finish the armbar. If you got any questions, man, I will answer some questions for you a little bit later. Drop them in the comments. I'll come back at another time. I got a coaching call I got to get on that I'm late for with my business partners in on it, and I'm getting ready to get in there right now. Take care, man. This is Dr. Roddy Ferguson. I love you, but God loves you best. Have a great day. I got to get out of here.